All right, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome. I'm Tom Munier, I'm the Director for Public Works, and I'm honored to welcome you here to share this very special day as we celebrate the successful completion of the Biosolids Edition number 8 at our Little Patuxent Water Reclamation Plant. It is also important to acknowledge the presence of so many people without whose constant support and commitment to this remarkable project would not have been possible. I would like to acknowledge our current County Executive, Dr. Ball, and Chief Administrative Officer, Lonnie Robbins. In addition, we'd recognize our esteemed members of the Howard County Council, Chairperson Liz Walsh, representing District 1, Vice Chair Dr. Opal Jones from District 2, Christiana Rigby from District 3, Deb Young from District 4, and David Youngman from District 5. So also in attendance are the members of our Construction Management at Risk team. Representing our design consultant, HDR, is Larry Hentz and Brian Balchunas. Our construction partner, Clark Construction, is represented by Brian Walker, Ben Miller, and David Hill. Our construction inspection team of Arcadis, represented by Bill Etzler. And of course, our own Bureau of Utilities team, led by Bureau Chief Art Shapiro, Plant Manager Rob Hint, Project Manager Josh Gliptis, Plant Maintenance Manager Bruce Taylor, and Plant Operations Superintendent Justin Myers. This ambitious project entered the planning phase over 8 years ago. Detailed design started in 2015, and construction started in early 2017. And we achieved the substantial completion at the end of 2020, despite the pandemic. So it is my honor to also recognize the vision of our past DPW director, Jim Irvin, who retired last year with 45 years' experience of faithful service to the county, along with Steve Gerwin and Jeff Welty, who served respectively as the Utility Bureau Chief and Deputy Chief during the initial design phases. This project, with a budget of over $117 million, was the largest capital project in the county at the time. And its scope was challenging as it required a complete rebuild of the solids handling portion of the plant, which had to remain in full operation while meeting all discharge permits. And at this time, I'm honored to introduce our current County Executive, Dr. Ball.
Thank you so much, Tom. As Tom indicated, this is a fantastic, monumental project, not just because of the 8 years that it took in the making, not just because it's one of the largest capital projects in Howard County history, and not just because it's one of the first buildings to actually have my name on it as county executive. But as Tom alluded to, what's much more important than all of those things is that this didn't just happen, and it didn't just happen with us. There were a lot of hard work and a lot of people who put time and effort into it, and I am just so elated to be able to come here and see the faces of so many people who work so hard for Howard County each and every day. You know, as Howard County executive, I go throughout not just the county, the state, but the region. And I hear about the wonderful quality of life and the investment that happens in Howard County, and that happens because of you. Please know that I recognize and I appreciate that. And projects like this that not only pair innovation and technology, but with the environment, with an eye not just toward today, but to the future and tomorrow, speaks to who we are and who we should be. Because of you, we are an example, an exemplar for the rest of the state, the region, and the nation. Thank you so much for your dedication.
Thank you, Dr. Ball. And now Art Shapiro will say a few words about the process and I guess the timeline. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I'm so glad to have an opportunity to address everyone here. There's so many of us here who came on board at different points of the project life cycle. It's important to remember that every one of you participated in a meaningful way. We have a charter for the project that was executed at the beginning of our endeavor, and that charter included the goals and the aspirations of the Bureau as well as the Department of Public Works on behalf of the county. To boil it all down, the goal was to execute a state-of-the-art addition to this plant, which is considered one of the best-run plants, in my opinion, in the country. That reputation is well received and accepted by the regulators, both here in Maryland as well as at the US EPA. The fact that this project consisted of adding upwards of 11 and more processes to an existing operating facility is similar to trying to do open heart surgery on a marathon runner who's 90 years old. We were obligated by the charter to make sure that we maintain plant operations throughout the entire project. That was no small feat. It's something that is remarkable in today's construction environment, and we depended upon the skill and expertise of our designers at HDR and our construction team at Clark and our inspection team at Arcadis. That had to be supported by our own county employees, everyone here at the treatment plant, and also all the supporting divisions within the Bureau and within the county, the Office of Law, the people at purchasing, the people who handled our permitting requirements, the people who handled our safety obligations. All of these people share in the success of this project. This is a project which will continue to serve the county and the region for decades. And it's something that we should all take pride in, and it's something that I am, as a Bureau Chief, I only get to do this once in a while. I'm going to take my hat and put it on and take it off for everyone here who participated. Thank you very much.
All right. 3, 2,